in today's episode of Simulation Sunday. With TP, full TP on that one. So we're up 6.2. Now we need 8.1%. Oh, we're almost done. I'm not gonna lie, this model is actually, this is great. This is a great model. Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome to a new simulation session. Today we're gonna do NASDAQ, and I never scalp, but there's only one person I trust when it comes to scalping, and that is my dear friend, the MMXM trader. So we're gonna be using the Blitz model today, and watch me break down the charts and use the exact checklist from the Blitz model. And make sure to comment below what asset do you want to see in next week's episode, and I hope you will enjoy this session. Alright, what up guys? Welcome to another simulation, this time on NASDAQ. I'm very scared, but we're gonna use the one model I trust, which is the Blitz model from the MMXM trader, right? We're gonna do 8%, but before we do, we need a random date. So let's get that first. We've got April Fools 2024. Well, that starts off just great already. Again, we'll do 8% profit target to see if we can catch it. And this is a scalping model as well. I don't scalp ever. It's gonna be pretty foreign to me, so we'll just start off with higher time frame. As always, we require higher time frame bias as well. New monthly candle just started. We're very bullish on the monthly time frame. We look at the weekly just started off. We didn't take out previous weekly high yet. Look at the daily. Wow, daily looks pretty compressed, but we're still holding this daily fair value gap, right? So I'm gonna assume that we're still gonna go higher. Let's look at the 4H. So we ran these lows here. I think we're back in discount as well by the looks of it. Take this range, and even if I take the lower range, we're probably in discount. Yeah, so we tap discount here. I'm gonna assume we're bullish here. That this doesn't look like it wants to go lower. We're focusing on specific times, right? So we're focusing on a 4-hour swing point, and then we're gonna trade either a 1-hour stop run, right? A 1-hour previous candle low, or we're gonna do a 15-minute low run and then continuation. This has to happen within the time window, right? The time window is 9:45 to 11, or 1:30 p.m. until 3:45 p.m. So let's see if we can catch that. So we just skip towards our preferred time, right? We want to do a previous 4-hour. Oh, we want to have a 4-hour swing point, right? This is the 4-hour. We already have a swing point here, but we already took out the high. But we're obviously aiming for higher. So I think the swing point has already formed. So we just have to wait for that 1-hour low run or a 15-minute low. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to see a 15-minute. Okay, we're gonna go lower into discount, right? So it's not our time yet. We had to wait till 9 on the minimum. So let's skip this. Wow, a good thing we didn't trade before that, right? But we're going from this low all the way higher. We do have a very obvious draw liquidity, which is required, right, for the Blitz model. So we have all these equal highs. We already ran the range low, so we want to aim for the range high. Let's look at the 4H. So we don't have a swing point yet. So let's see if we can get that. Right, so we run the previous hourly low. It is still, what is the time? 9:45. So this is the time where we want to start looking for trades, right? I think we missed the entry. There's a swing point, right? So we have the 10 a.m. candle, so which we can focus on that one. We already had a 1-hour run on the low, right? So ideally, I don't even have a 5-minute here and a 1-minute. Let me do that because we are scalping, right? So basically, we have a very good 4-hour closure. We need a 1-hour stop run. We already had that in this, but you want to have it in the candle itself. So if there's a 15-minute low, we're gonna wait for those lows to get run, and we might look for PM session then, I guess, because now we're at 10 a.m. Look at the 1H. Yeah, this looks like I would already buy it in a 1-hour IFG, but we're using the Blitz model here, so we're scalping it. Let's skip ahead. This is 10. We want to see a swing low on the 15-minute get run. So if that forms over here and we run it, then we can look for a setup. We don't have a swing low yet. This one doesn't form either. So we're not having that 1-hour purge or a 15-minute low run. Yeah, because this is 10 a.m. So we would have this 1-hour candle low should be run before we go higher. I think we have to go to PM session. Let's see, what is the time? 10:30. Yeah, so 10:45 is basically, or 11 is basically where you want to end it. So we're gonna wait for PM, so that is 1:30. That's over here. Let me put a line down so I know where we are. So we want to look between this window here. We did run a previous 15-minute low here. Do we have a swing point? Not yet. This 4-hour candle is gonna close at 2. If it closes within this candle here, we actually have a swing point, and then we can start looking for it. So let's go to skip ahead a little bit. And where's 2? That's over here. One more candle. Let's see where it closed. Okay, so we don't have a swing point, so we're gonna skip this day because it's not forming a swing point, so I can't execute the Blitz model here. We're gonna go to the next daily candle. This daily time frame looks very bad. I'm not gonna lie. So we have a previous weekly inside bar. So running previous weekly low looks very probable. We didn't run it yet. All right, so this is previous weekly low. Let's make it dotted or dashed. Let's look where that is on the 1H. So we want to run this range low and then go back to the highs. That makes sense. Let's outline that. Right, so we'll just wait for that low to get run, and then we're expecting a reversal, but we still need a 4-hour swing point. So we're gonna skip one 4H. Okay, we run the low of the previous weekly candle. This does not look like it wants to go bullish from here. Might have to flip bias, honestly. Where do we actually want to go? If this IFEG is the daily, I'm expecting all these lows to get run, honestly. Why not, right? So we're in our trading hours. Do we have a swing point for lower? We don't. We have a massive 4H, so we can't really trade that. We have to skip towards PM session because this is a very large range already. Okay, here's the 4H. Let's see. This 4H closes within this candle. I think we can still look for higher. Honestly, we run the sell stops here. Yeah, so we run the sell stops here. That's actually not too bad. The previous 1-hour run is not happening within the time window because that should be in the next one. We have a swing point formed right now, so we can look for higher. Now we just want a 15-minute low run, right? We have a 15-minute low formed over here, and then we can execute the lower time frame. I would like, if we go back to discount of this little range here, that would be just below the low. Let's go to the 5. Actually, let's go to the 1 minute. Because we want to find an entry after that low gets run, right? If it gets run. If it doesn't get run, then we'll miss it, I guess. We're almost there. Okay, we run the low. So we want to have either a CSD OB. Ideally, you want to use SMT, but I don't have another chart here. So we're just going to ignore the SMT, which is actually... SMT is very good to use. But we're going to use a different entry technique here. Okay, so I think we can, because we're closing above the down close candles which run the low, I think we can just buy here. And we're looking for very easy draw liquidity, right? We have these equal highs up here. So this is a very easy draw on liquidity. It's very far away, right? So if I would scalp this would probably be like a 1 to 100 risk to reward. So what we're gonna do, let me remove the orange box. I'm gonna enter here and I'm gonna use a stop on the low, which got run. Let's see on the 15. Because we didn't go to discount though, but we might have done that already on ES, for example. Which one looks cleanest? Maybe I want to wait for the 3-minute CSD. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter like a half risk buy. Let's see, a long. We're just gonna market execute here, and we're gonna put our stop loss a little bit lower because there's a long way all the way up to those highs, right? We want to aim for all the way up there. Ideally, that's the draw liquidity, but this is like an 8R trade. So what we're gonna do is use a little bit wider stop loss. We're gonna do 1%. We'll execute here, right? If it's at like 2-3R, we're partial, and then see if there's another opportunity on the next time frame. But we're in the window, 4-hour swing point, right? Everything lines up, so this should be a solid setup. Let's see if the 1 minute can run higher. Appreciate all you guys watching right now. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, there we go. So we're up, and now we can go break even because I could have put it on the low, honestly, but you know, I'm not very confident with scalping, so I always like to use a little bit of a wider stop loss. So let's remove this. We're up on barely 1%, but we're getting there. This should run higher, honestly. Okay, we got stopped out break even, so there's no real willingness to trade higher. Yeah, this looks like price is probably done for the day. We did expand a lot previously already, right? Maybe I should have just scalped it from here to here, right? My mind is still in Forex style, right? So give me a little break, right? Give me a little break. I think we can still re-enter though. Like, we did have the 50-minute low run. Let's see, we do have another CSD here. I think we can just re-enter, I guess. Yeah, we can just re-enter. This time I will use the low here and we'll just continue up. Maybe I went break even too early. That could be the case as well. I think we can do it again. Just put it on the actual low where the stop hunt was. And let's aim for like 3R. We're not gonna bother for these extreme highs all the way up there. Let's see. So we're aiming for 3R. And I actually like this setup a lot because the draw looks to be higher. So we're just gonna do full risk, which is it's 2%, right? Market execute. Right. That's over here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can run higher. Okay, this is very nice. Yeah, I went break even on the first trade a little bit too early. We're almost outside of our window. Do I want to just cash in? And we're very close to TP here as well. I think I'm just gonna go break even and take... I guess I'm gonna take 1% out of here. Yeah, let's just close half of it. Okay, so first trade is a win. Everything lined up pretty good. We'll let this run until the high. Now we're actually gonna... Let me see if there's any... Yeah, we're just gonna aim for the most recent high here, which is this one. And we'll look for another entry another day. But this was really good. 4-hour swing point, right? We had a 50-minute low run and then an expansion afterwards. First one I could have held. Didn't go break even. Shouldn't go break even that fast, I guess. But scalping is scary, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go to the next daily candle. And let me mark out these lines again so I know where I'm at. Okay, so we're gonna focus again. I'm not gonna do London. I don't like to trade Nasdaq at all, but there's certainly not during London session. We'll do 9 to 11 and then again 1 to 4, so we know where we have to wait for. We're not gonna execute before, it doesn't really matter. Let's skip ahead. Okay, the rest is break even, that's fine. It was a scalp anyway, right? Okay, now we're at our time. Let's look at the daily real quick, see where we're at. No top wick on the daily. We did run the lows here. Let's look at the 4H. Do we have a swing point? Not yet. Oops. Right, so we should wait for a swing point to form on the minimum. So let's go to the 10, which is 1 more hour, right? Oh, we're at 10 AM. Do we have a swing point? Let's look at the 4H. We do, right? Because we close back inside this candle's range. I think ideally you don't run the high of the 4-hour candle. However, if you can actually run higher from here, on the minimum back to premium, right? And maybe even these highs here. Let's see if we can get a... We don't have a 1-hour stop run, right? No, this is literally the candle closure, so we would need to run this low, which is not something we're waiting for. We actually need to wait for a 50-minute swing low to form, and then that gets rated. Wow, okay, it's... That's something else, I guess. Should still be an opportunity if it retraces and forms a short-term low. Then we can find one in PM session, I guess. Let's just wait for that. Wow, okay, goodbye. Sometimes this happens, right? And we're aiming for the relative equal highs. Oh dear lord. Yeah, this is not... I have to follow the checklist, right? But just because we have a 4-hour swing point, I can't just hit buy. Like, this is where the swing point formed, and then there is no stop run on a 15 or a 1 hour low, right? So I can't just press buy at 10 a.m. But let's see, maybe PM session will form something. Okay, we have a short term. Okay, we have a run on a low. Right, we don't have, we're not in our time yet. We need to be at 3:30. Wow, where is this line going there? Oh, okay, this line is crazy. Let's put it here. This is where we want to focus, right? We're sticking to the time window. It's not in discount either, so we might run a little bit lower. Okay. Yeah, let's see. I would definitely want price to go back to discount. I don't like this. Okay, price is going back to discount. Now we have a run on a 15-minute low, right? And now we're gonna look at the lower time frame. Do you have this short-term low here? I won't keep an eye on this. Maybe it wants to run here. Let's look at, okay, we run it. That's actually good. So I know that one gets run. We have a 15-minute low run, right? We're in the time window. It's also a previous 1 hour low, I think. Yep. We went all the way back to this OB here, which is actually good. Let's look at the 1 minute, not the 1H. See if it forms an IFG or anything. Not yet. So we're waiting, patiently waiting. Okay, now we're starting to run another low, and now we're starting to display. So I think this looks pretty good right now. Let's look at the 3 minute. The 3 minute is about to close as well. If we close above this, we have a CSDOB. Right, so we're closing right now because this is 59, right? So this candle is about to close, so we're closing above that 3 minute. So we can execute another buy. Let's see. Let's go here. We'll long it and we'll use the stop run. We'll use the low. I'm conservative. We have very equal highs, so very easy draw on liquidity, right? All the way up to these highs is how much? 2R. Yeah, we can aim for 2R. We're just scalping to the highs, right? And this would be, I think this is a very good setup as well. Let's do just 2%. See if we can run higher from here. We're in the time window, so we just gotta wait now. Okay, we're running higher. Do I want to go break even yet? Do I want to... Let's look at the other time frames. Remove this one. 5 minutes closing above the bearish fair value gap as well, so it's not indicating that it wants to go lower. 15 minute, I don't like that much. I would want it to close above here, so we're just gonna hold on to it for now, see how the lower time frame behaves. Do we want to run these lows again? That's the question, right? Do I want to go break even here? Let's just keep an eye on it. If we start to trade above these highs, we can go break even. It's, I guess it's overnight. We're not moving anywhere. Let's look at the 15, the 1H. Oh man, we need this candle to displace higher. Honestly, the new 4H just closed. It's an inside bar. We had a very big expansion, honestly. I think we're still gonna aim for these highs here. I think that would even finish off the challenge almost. I think these highs look very good. A little bit below it, just before it rejects. We don't want it to reject, right? I hate rejection when it's very close to target. The question now is, do I go break even and risk getting stopped out? But price might just run in here, right? It's a scalping model, so technically we should be able to hold overnight, right? So I should have actually closed it at like 4. But yeah, I can't close it right now. Just let it see what it does overnight. It should run higher, honestly. Okay, now we can go break even because we're going above the highs, right? So I just found 2 setups with this checklist, and both of them are just great trades already on Nasdaq, and I am very scared of Nasdaq, honestly. Okay, let's Let's put these lines again in our favorite time window, right? We need to be in our time window if we want to execute. Let's go to the, let's do it on a 15 so it's more accurate. We'll do 9:45. Oops, wrong button. 9:45 until 11, and then 1:30 to. Okay, let's just go there, right? Now we'll do 15 minutes, see how far we can go. Wow. Okay. Yes. Damn, that was so close to this one as well. I want to take off a little bit, right? We'll find another setup in the next session. We'll take off, yeah, we'll take off half again. Okay, so we secure something, right? So now we're up 3.1%. We need like a little bit less than 5. If overnight is a big expansion, we can't really trade AM session. We have to skip it. I'm just gonna do the 5 minute, see how it develops, right? And we're moving slowly towards our time window on the right. Clicking like a madman. We're almost at our time window. Okay, we had TP, full TP on that one. So we're up 6.2. Now we need 8.1%. Oh, we're almost done. This, I'm not gonna lie, this model is actually, this is great. This is a great model. However, we cannot trade the next session, I think, because we have an expansion before AM session, so we kind of want to trade PM session. And we already, I'm not convinced, we're not gonna form a swing point. We already had that formed here, right? And now we're in an expansion phase. We're still going towards these highs, right? So I really want to focus on the swing point being formed and then look for a trade. If that is not there, we're not taking a trade, right? Okay, so we took out the draw on liquidity. Price looks very bullish. Let's skip ahead to our time window. There we go. Let's look at the 4H. We don't have a swing point. We already formed it earlier, right? Like I said. We can still look for continuation because we have the drawn liquidity still intact above here. So all we need is a 15-minute low run or a 1H, previous 1H low. We might form that with a fair value gap here. So we run the previous 1 hour low. Are we back in discount? Yes, we are. We are back in discount. We're exiting our time window because 10:45 is the last piece of price action where you want to be focusing on, right? And that's, I don't like all these lows either. Let's go to the PM session because that's the next time window we're going to focus on. Okay, I guess it's going to run with lunch. That's fine as well. Equal highs are still intact. That's actually good. We already ran into discount. But yeah, I could not execute because we were outside of the time window, right? So we're not going to deviate from the rules. Let's look at the 4H. Looks like we're going to have an inside bar. Yeah, let's see if we can run a 50-minute low. This could be this low as well. Honestly, that's a 4 hour. Oh, wow, okay. Good thing we didn't take a trade there. Yeah, I said earlier I don't like these lows, but now we know, right? Did we actually, no, we didn't have a swing point here because we didn't take out the previous high and close within. We did, maybe that's SMT, that could be the case, right? But yeah, let's skip to the next day. This day is pretty much over. See if we have to switch buys as well. I don't know yet. Let's go to the 15. Go to our time window. Where is it? Over here. Alt V for our rectangles. 9:45, 11, and then 1:30. Like that. So we know we're not gonna take a trade before, so we're just gonna skip ahead. What the hell? Okay, this PM session absolutely melted. Yeah, we might have to switch the bias, right? Because this does not look like it wants to go higher. which is actually easy now. Now we have something to work with. We might have a swing point for a counter trend scalp though. Wow, that was a massive drop. Okay, let's skip ahead. Okay, so we're almost at our time window. We did run all the lows here. Yeah, barely. It barely ran the lows. This candle needs 1 more hour to close. I don't think we can do anything here. There's no swing point yet. There will be a swing point if this closes within this candle, but it's kind of iffy because it's very bearish. So let's go to 10 AM. Look at the 4H. Yeah, I don't like all these equal lows. I would expect price to run all the way back to premium. Then you also have this. This is what I struggle with a lot with index funds and Nasdaq. That this type of equal highs and lows, I never know which one I would need to take. On Forex, for some reason, it's easier for me. Look at the weekly candle. Weekly candle is very big to the downside, so we might cap. This is also the thing, right? We might have capped the range on the weekly candle here. I think I can look for a scalp higher. So what I'm gonna do is wait for a 15-minute low run, right? Because we do have a... Technically we have a swing point, but we close above the candle, not within. Yeah, this is kind of iffy. Let's just see how AM session develops. Okay, yeah. This is just gonna go higher, but there's no opportunity here. There's no 15-minute low run or a previous 1 hour low. We can wait for a swing point in premium, honestly. Like if there's a nice swing point here, we can look for lower. So this reacting from premium. We need a swing point though. Like I can't do anything here. We're probably gonna skip this day. That's what it looks like. Big AM session expansion as well. Yeah, we're gonna skip this day. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. And hopefully, let's look at the daily. This still looks like it can go lower. We just need a swing point. That's the only thing we need. If we have that swing point, we can look for the setup. There's a lot of sell side liquidity present over there. So let's hope it doesn't run overnight. Like we're consolidating after a reversal, which running lower makes it higher probability. We have a swing point for a higher, but not for lower. I'm thinking what to do here. Because I kind of want to go lower, but the previous daily high is more likely to get run here, honestly, than previous daily low, because we actually have a swing point on the daily. So I'm gonna actually look for a swing point higher, which we already formed a swing point here. So we just need a 1 hour candle run on the low, or a 15-minute low run within our time window, right? So that's over here. So let's wait for that. This is 9:30. I don't like if the low of the swing point gets run. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see what this does. See, very big run on the lows. Running the swing point low is not something I'm looking for. Okay, we'll focus on PM session if there's a short-term low formed. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is on bullshit. The thing we're staying out. I didn't like both sides here. Okay, we're in our time window again. Yeah, this is actually very difficult here. I don't want to trade this 4 hour. We're gonna skip. This is not a price action where you want to be sitting in, right? Okay, we have to be a little bit patient right now. We found a couple of entries very quickly at the start, but now we don't want to rush it, right? I know we just need 1.8%, so but that doesn't mean you're gonna take setups that don't make sense. Again, we're just gonna wait for our time window. We're not gonna trade beforehand. It's actually very easy, so you literally don't have to trade before. Like You're just gonna sit at your PC like 20 minutes before your session starts, and then you're just gonna look for it. Yeah, so we have to wait for this 4H to close. We're still inside of this consolidation. It is 8. We're going into 9, so skip one more 1 hour candle. Let's look at this. The 10 AM candle didn't close as a swing point. We're still inside this consolidation. It's actually pretty bad. Let's just see what price does. I could frame both sides here, honestly. Still stuck in a range. Okay, so if we formed a swing point here, I would have shorted it, obviously. But we didn't, right? Because we didn't close within the previous candle. So the draw looks pretty bearish right now. So we're definitely gonna look for a retracement during PM session. Okay, we have a... Now we're in our favorite time. So ideally we see a 15-minute high run. Right, let's look at the 4H. And this looks so ugly, man. The body is closing back inside here as well. So I'm contemplating what to do. Both sides of the previous daily candle got run as well. I could make a case for higher as well here, because we just ran the lows and we're inside of a consolidation. So could be an AMD for higher. See how this develops a little bit. Let's see how the 4 hour closes. This is 4H closure. We actually have a swing point for higher. Look, as we close within the candle here, right? We do have an accumulation into a run lower, which may... This looks like it wants to run higher, honestly, because we have the swing point right now. We already have the 15 minutes low run at our time. Yeah, I think we can just look for a buy here. This looks pretty good. Where do I want to buy though? This is the closure. Here was the closure. Then we ran the low. I should have focused on the buys earlier, I think, but that's fine. Do we have a very easy draw on liquidity? I mean, we have a lot of equal highs up here. And same for here, right? Let's see. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, based on the closure here, look at the 3 minutes. We didn't close above these up and down close candles yet. I would kind of prefer if we did that before I look for a setup. So let's wait for that. Okay, now we're closing above it. I think I can just buy here. Right, and I just put my stop on the low. We only need 1.8%, so we're not going to do a full 2% risk. It would be kind of crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a 1.2 or 1 to 2. And we're going to risk 0.9%. That would finish off the challenge, right? Can I do like a manual? We'll just do 1% risk. Oh, I can do it here, actually. 900, not 9,000. That's that's way too much. Right, that's 1800. That would finish off the challenge, right? Let's keep an eye on the 1 minute. So everything lines up here again. If I'm wrong about the draw, obviously it's gonna fail, but... Okay, I'm wrong about the draw, I guess. Yeah, looks like I'm wrong about the draw on liquidity. Yeah, if you have a wrong draw on liquidity, then the swing point doesn't really matter. Let's see. Was there an opportunity for a short though? We didn't really have a run on this 15-minute swing high. Previous 1H high. That one neither. So there was no sell setup either. Okay, so we take one loss. That's fine. We still need like 2.7%. So next trade will probably get it. Yeah, again, we'll go to our specific time windows, right? Okay, let's skip ahead, see what price is doing. You motherfucker. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh well. I think I was right about the draw then, but the session just cooked me here. I guess, yeah, that happens. That happens. But there was... You don't put your stop loss all the way on this low with a scalp model. So I think I still did I still did the right thing. Let's just recap real quick. So I bought here, right? Yeah, I bought here. Okay, I just got liquidated on the low. And then it ran. I guess maybe I could have put it here, but that's not how it works. We'll just look for another one. Okay, let's go to 1 hour. Let's skip to our time window. There we go. Okay. There was probably news. It looks like it. Maybe FOMC, it's Wednesday. No, this is 8 AM, that can be FOMC. Okay, this AM session is cooked, so we definitely have to go to PM session. Let's go to PM. There we go. We have a massive drop. Let's look at the daily. Nasdaq starts to look like what I remember why I don't trade Nasdaq, because this looks absolutely cooked. Not that Forex can be bad, but yeah, we do have equal lows. We might want to look for something lower, but we don't have a 4-hour swing point, and I'm only going to execute the Blitz model. Okay. Let's look at this. We have relative equal lows. We ran the high of the range. Weekly time frame. We just started off, or we're at the end of the weekly. My bad. 4H is about to close properly, but yeah, all these equal lows. I'm not a big fan of all these lows. I'm not gonna lie. Might be SMT. I should have just pulled up an ES chart as well, but oh well, we'll just work with what we got over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see how this 4H closes. This is the 4-hour closure. See, so we do have a nice closure for higher. We could consider this a swing point. It didn't close within, so we don't have the initial draw liquidity, which is a high of the first candle. But we can expect this to be a distribution phase higher. So either we wait for a 1-hour low run, which is this low, right? Ideally, it goes back into discount, of course. Or 15-minute low, which is also this one. So we basically just wait for discount to get hit here, and then we'll go to the 1 minute, and then we'll try for a CSDOB. Okay, let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, if you can run down here and then have an entry model, it should be good. Okay, we're running lower, right? Nothing yet. IFEG, nothing yet. Okay, we close pretty... This is a pretty good closure. I think we can execute a long here because we're IFEGing here. Yeah, this is another shot. Let's see. I'm gonna do this because I don't want to get run into another SMT. What do we need? We need 2.7%, right? So if we do a 2R, we have a very... no, this already got run. I think we're just gonna aim for 2R. And we'll do 1.5%. Or 1.4. Gotcha. Wait, this is... I think I did it wrong. Hold on. Market execution. Risk percent. I can do I did 14%. Okay, that's way too much. Okay, 1.4%. 2800. We need 2600 in a little bit. We'll do this. Just do this. That should be good. So that's about a 2R trade. Let's keep an eye on the 1 minute. A little bit of a wider stop. I don't want to get run on this low again, just like earlier. Okay, we're running higher. Looks pretty good. Can't go break even yet. We'll let it run. We're etching these highs so badly. Okay, now we can go break even. And all we gotta do is wait for TP to get hit, I guess. We don't really wanna do anything else. We're outside of the trading hours. We're in lunchtime right now, so hopefully we can just run higher. Lord, shoot up. Still waiting. There we go. And there we go. That was the Blitz model by the MMXM trader. I would give this model a 10 out of 10 for scalping, honestly. It's completely for free on YouTube as well. Go to MMXM Trader's YouTube channel, look for Blitz model, link will be in the description as well. Yeah, all in all, amazing model. I don't like trading Nasdaq, but you guys force me. Make sure to type in the comments if you want to see a certain type of asset, right? Let me know, and we'll try another challenge next week, Sunday, and I will catch you then.